What counselling is not. Before counselling can be used well, its limits need to be clear. Many difficulties people have with counselling come from expecting it to function as something it is not designed to be. This episode sets out those boundaries directly. Counselling is not, I repeat, is not advice giving. While guidance may occasionally be offered, counselling does not operate by telling people what decisions to make or how to live their lives. Advice relies on the assumption that someone else knows what should happen next. Counselling does not work from that position. It assumes that lasting change depends on how a person understands and relates to their own experience, not on following instructions. Counselling is also not problem solving in the practical sense. Problems in life often have external solutions. Change a situation, end a relationship, make a decision. Counselling does not replace those actions. What it addresses is how people experience and respond to problems before, during, and after decisions are made. If counselling is treated as a way to fix circumstances, it will feel ineffective. Another common misunderstanding is that counselling is emotional reassurance. It is not designed to make people feel better in the moment. Support may be present, but reassurance is not the mechanism. Counselling does not aim to reduce discomfort as quickly as possible. In fact, immediate reassurance often interferes with the work by preventing fuller awareness of what is happening. Counselling is also not a place to perform insight. Understanding why something happened can be useful, but insight alone does not change patterns. Counselling is not an intellectual exercise. If sessions become focused on explanation without contact with lived experience, progress tends to stall. Counselling is also not confession. There is no requirement to disclose everything and no expectation of emotional intensity. What matters is relevance, not depth for its own sake. Silence, uncertainty, and ordinary conversation are all part of the process. Another important boundary is that counselling is not dependency. The goal is not to rely on sessions for stability or regulation. Counselling aims to support internal capacity, not replace it. When counselling becomes the only place where emotions can be managed, something has gone off track. Counselling is also not indefinite. While some people work for longer periods, counselling is not intended to continue without direction or review. If sessions repeat without change in awareness or engagement, that is a signal to reassess the work. Finally, counselling is not about becoming a different person. It does not aim to remove personality traits, preferences, or emotional sensitivities. What it offers is a different relationship to those aspects of self. That boundary matters. When counselling is understood clearly for what it is not, it becomes easier to use it for what it actually offers. Misunderstanding its role leads to frustration. Understanding its limits creates the conditions for meaningful work. And that is the scope of today's episode. Each episode focuses on one specific element, and this was it. We'll leave it there for now and move on in the next episode.